Don't just endure the winter, make it an adventure. From snowmobiling to snowshoeing, even dog sledding, there are so many fun things to do that are just a drive away. And today, Bob Grove with the adventure company Road Trippin with Bob and Mark joins me to share 5 fun weekend getaways to hit this winter. No flights required. Welcome back, Bob. Now, we just talked about stretching out our PTO to get as many vacation days as we can. But even if you don't get all those days off or you can't maximize all the days, there are still a lot of fun 3-day weekend type of trips that we have right here in Utah.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many places. You just point your car in any direction, you're going to hit something really cool.
I wish I was that spontaneous, but I do like a plan. So let's go through your 5, and we're going to start with the first one is Brian Head.
Brian Head, down in southern Utah. It's about a 3-hour drive from Salt Lake, and it's high in the mountains. I recommend as a fun family adventure is to go on a snowmobile tour, and you can go out to Cedar Breaks and all over on the plateau, the Market Plateau. A great activity for families that I especially love is tubing. That's becoming more and more popular, and they have 2 great tubing hills at Brian Head. And kids actually ski free there as well, 12 and under. But another great adventure is going out to Cedar Breaks National Monument. You can go out to the North Rim and get a beautiful view, or you can go on a snowmobile tour there. And a great suggestion for a place to eat is Paisano's Pizzeria.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. I love an itinerary that includes all the food, so I appreciate that. Your next spot is Bryce Canyon. What do you love about Bryce? Oh,
I love Bryce in the winter. It's one of my regular trips for photography that I do. But Bryce, a great adventure there is to go hiking or snowshoeing, depending on what the conditions are like. And this year it's a little different, but to go snowshoeing or hiking into the canyon itself, into the amphitheater. Another fun family activity is ice skating. They have a ice ribbon, which is not your traditional oval or rectangular ice rink. It's kind of a track that you follow. That's at Ruby's Inn.
Oh, that's
at
cool.
Bryce City. And then a great place to eat is their cowboy buffet that you put on the feed bag and you go through the buffet and you feed your family there. It's a great thing to do. And then of course Bryce Canyon is the attraction. You can't go wrong with Bryce.
Really beautiful. Now this next one we go to a lot, but we're usually trying to golf while we're down there. So you've got some other ideas in St. George. What do we got?
There's so many things to do in St. George, but a great activity is to go to the Children's Museum, the St. George Children's Museum. If you have young children, they are not going to want to leave. As a matter of fact, if you look at the murals there, my wife painted all the murals in that museum, so
how neat.
I have a really close connection to it. So that's a really fun activity, a great adventure, and this is what my grandkids love, is to go out to Snow Canyon State Park and hike the petrified dunes. They are phenomenal and they're fun to hike. You know, a great place to eat is there's a place on St. George Boulevard that's great burgers and other sandwiches, a big menu called Morty's. It's where the old Maverick used to be.
Yes, and I've been to Morty's and I can vouch for it. It is a great burger. There's some good fries there too.
Yeah, it really is. And then the attraction is Zion National Park.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big attraction. There's so many great places to go hiking as a family in the park.
Truly, truly. Okay, the next one, West Yellowstone.
Okay, West Yellowstone, the snowmobile capital of the world. So without saying, a great adventure is to go snowmobiling or to take a snow coach tour into Yellowstone. That's one of the better adventures there. But a great activity is also go to the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. That's right in town in West Yellowstone. And that's where you can see grizzlies and wolves in a natural habitat year-round. And a great place to eat there, again, pizza, is the Wild West Pizzeria, always great for families. And then, of course, the attraction is Yellowstone and Old Faithful in particular, where you can snowmobile or snow coach out.
And for the snowmobiling, are there rental companies you're going through? Do you have tour guides? What do you like to do when you're...
With the snow coaches, they are guided.
Okay.
They're in large vans or generally in larger vans, and they have a guide and driver. The snowmobiling, you usually go in and on your own. There can be a group leader.
Okay.
But it's about 30 miles into Old Faithful from West Yellowstone. And I really recommend the snow coach tour because it's so comfortable coming back after a long day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like that it's kind of an indoor option too.
Yes.
Right? We're not just always in the snow. I get cold quick. So I appreciate that, especially some of the indoor stuff with the kids because the kids get cold. So we've got the museum down in St. George. We also have the Discovery Center. This is really so fun and so family friendly. Now the last one on your list, Jackson Hole, which I've only done in the summer, so I'm excited to hear your winter options.
Yeah, and I've spent a lot of time at Jackson Hole all seasons. Jackson in the winter is is a premier destination, obviously with the ski resort there. But also a great thing to do there is to go to the National Elk Refuge. You can take a horse-drawn sleigh ride and go right in. This is the large, there's 6,000 to 7,000 elk there.
Wow.
And it's the largest of its kind, and you can get really up close with the elk. Another fun thing is to go dog sledding with the family, where you're not the musher, but you're in the sled itself and go dog sledding. There's several companies that offer dog sled rides. A great place to eat is just go to Town Square. There's so many great places just right around Town Square. Those are where the antler arches are. Yeah. And then Grand Teton National Park. So beautiful year-round, but especially in the winter when it's so pristine with fresh snow. Just gorgeous. I
don't know how we're going to choose. I'm thinking, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. If you had to pick one of these 5, which one would you pick?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question.
It's like
I
asking
get all
you your favorite
the time.
child, right?
I love them all, but you know, Grand Teton is something magical.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love it up there.
Okay, so many good options. Thank you for giving us some things to think about as we come up to these 3-day weekends ahead. It's going to be really fun. So we've got some ideas, lots of planning to do. So thank you so much. And where can we find more?
You can find more at roadtrippinwithbobandmark.com. No G in Trippin. Road Trippin.
Just Road Trippin. There we go. I love it. Okay, thank you so much, Bob.
You bet.
Appreciate you.